Welcome to our podcast episode on the pervasive issue of food negativity and its surprising benefits. Today, we're diving into a topic that might seem a bit gloomy at first, but stick with us. There's a silver lining that could change the way you think about your food choices. Let's start with a scenario many of us are familiar with, scrolling through health-related news. It's hard to miss the overwhelming negativity, right? We're bombarded with headlines about rising obesity rates, the addictive nature of ultra-processed foods, and the omnipresence of sugar and harmful seed oils, not to mention the residues of pesticides and other agricultural chemicals lurking in our food. It's easy to feel like we're up against a system that's evolved to push us towards consuming addictive foods, benefiting big food corporations, and then predictably making us ill to feed the pharmaceutical industry. It's a bleak picture, no doubt. It's difficult to think in any other terms than we get poisoned for profit. But here's where it gets interesting. What if all this negativity is actually justified? What if it's not just doom scrolling, but a necessary step towards correcting what's wrong with our food system? Let's do a little thought experiment. Next time you're at the supermarket, take a moment to glance into other people's shopping carts. What do you see? Is it mostly wholesome, nutritious food, or is it packed with items that you know aren't great for health? If you're like me, you'll probably notice that about 90% of the time, the contents are, well, pretty horrible from a health perspective. Now imagine you're armed with all the knowledge about which foods are good for health and which to avoid. You know about the dirty dozen fruits and vegetables, the harmful effects of excessive sugar, and the various additives to watch out for. With this knowledge, you step into a supermarket. Suddenly, you realize that the vast majority of products on the shelves, we're talking about 99% here, probably shouldn't be consumed regularly if you're prioritizing your health. It's a sobering realization, isn't it? But here's where we can flip the script on all this negativity. Instead of letting it discourage us, we can use it as a powerful tool for awareness and positive change. Consider this. If you're able to avoid those 99% of potentially harmful products, suddenly all that negativity doesn't apply to your food choices anymore. You've effectively used that critical perspective to make better decisions for your health. But it goes beyond personal choices. This negativity serves a greater purpose. It keeps the conversation going, pushing for change in our food system. If more people become aware and start making different consumer choices, supermarkets will have to adapt. Remember, they're in business to make money. They sell what people buy. So how can we approach this positively? First, recognize that there are still supply channels available for healthy food, even if they're not as convenient as your local supermarket. Seek out regenerative agriculture farms, consider weekly deliveries of eggs or meat from trusted sources, and prioritize seasonal fruits and vegetables. When you do have to compromise on food quality, because let's face it, life happens, remain mindful about it. If you indulge in a bit of sugar, think about how you can burn off that fast energy and recover from the low-intensity inflammation it causes. If you eat grains or non-organic meat, consider incorporating some dry fasting to help your body detox. The key takeaway here is that food negativity, when channeled correctly, can be a powerful force for positive change. It encourages us to be more conscious consumers, to seek out healthier alternatives, and ultimately to push for a food system that prioritizes our well-being over profits. So the next time you encounter some food negativity, don't let it bring you down. Instead, use it as motivation to make better choices for yourself and as a reminder that your consumer power can contribute to positive change in our food system. Remember, every time you choose a healthier option, you're not just benefiting yourself. You're voting with your wallet for the kind of food system you want to see. And that's something we can all feel positive about. That's all for today's episode. Until next time, stay informed, stay positive, and happy healthy eating.